It's 3 a.m. in the city, gotta get it, man. I turn a stack into.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute since I did a video. I think the last time I did a video on this channel was like a year ago. It was like a Megaton opening. I've been doing all my openings right now on Twitch at romangamesss on Twitch. Make sure you go follow me there. I'll leave the link in the description. But I went to locals today. I did pretty good. It was a small locals. I went 4-1. And that one that I lost, I should have won. But because I activated Heat Soul to draw a card. And then he was like, hey, hold on, let me activate Imperm. And I drew a card, activated. And then he was like, man, hold on, let me activate Imperm. And I was like, fuck it. You know, I didn't really care. And I ended up losing. He nipped me twice. Because we were both like on a top deck war and whatnot. And he had like 2 nibs in hand. That's why he couldn't do anything. But once I started going off, he nipped me. Then he nipped me again. And the next turn, once I went off, I ended up losing. But if he didn't imperm that and I would have just did as I was going, I probably would have won that game. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just still learning, trying to play. So I would have gone undefeated. But what I'm playing is Addict Nisters. This is like my 5th tournament that I gone. I do be playing Master Duels on my Twitch, another play. But I took Addict Nisters, did pretty good. Like I said, I should have gone undefeated, but I let that little thing slide. Don't really care right now. I'm just trying to get into the groove, getting comfortable playing on time. I don't know. Sometimes I feel rushed. But I did pretty good, even against tier. I played against 2 tiers. 1 tier Naturia, 1 tier Zombie. And I played against Sorcerer, which is the Malos that I had. And then I played against a Dark Magician deck with the secrets, Village of the Spellcasters and shit. That shit was annoying, but yeah. But yeah, I ended up, and then I forgot what the last one was. It was just like a trap deck. I don't know what it was. But he scooped quick both games. I guess he bricked both times. I'm not sure. But let's get started with the deck profile. I play 3 Achuries. The best starter in the deck. Searches all the other Inisters level 4 or lower. Usually the one that I start with, unless I feel like he has some type of interruption. And then I'll go out. I feel like he has an interruption and I don't got no other way, I'll go for this one, which is the Pikachu Picari. That way, if he negates this, because you really need the field spell. Without the field spell, it's kind of hard to play. So if I feel like he has an interruption, instead of starting off with this, if I already have the field spell in hand, or I have ways to get to the field spell, then for the most part, I say like 70% of the time I start with this. But if I feel like he has interruptions and I don't want to risk it, I go with Picari. You know, normal summon, he negates it. Special summon the Link 1, add the field spell. The best cards in the deck, these 3. All these cards, all Inisters are searches. So you just, the whole time, you just doing shit. And then, but those are only 3 of the Inisters. The next is just the 1-ofs. 1 Doyon. Brings back and then add a spell. Once you link it off, you can add a spell from the grave, which comes in clutch in late game. Let's say you have one of the reborn cards, you have one in hand, or you make Splash Mage, bring it back, link it off, grab one of the spells to either search or to the monster reborn, and you just keep extending because you get the OTK real easy. Doyon is super clutch. I might just play that too. And Baruru. You're only tuning the deck besides the hand traps and shit. Synchro, bring one back. It's part of the combo. It's like, I wouldn't say it's a must, but if you get to make the most optimal field, you want to go to this. And the extender, Hiyari. This is really good because if you don't get the field spell, you get interrupted in the field spell, but you have this in hand, you can still play. And then you could also, it came up once or twice here and there, but you could send the Link monster. And then you can add this one, Gachiri. But it's a good extender. Especially at the end, once you make your combo plays to get to make splash maze and then to make Heasel. And then you also other extender, Gachiri. If you want to play around Nib, this is probably the best way. But it's still kind of hard because you'd be summoning a lot. But if you know he has Nib, you can somewhat play around it. Add this. Especially going second, that's just not really. First, but when you link this off, it's unaffected by card effects. It's probably one of the best way to play around Nib somewhat. And then Demari, you just want to get this to the grave with Signing Mining or with Baruru. That's another effect for Baruru. Baruru sends the Adonissus to the grave once it's summoned. So you send this, or if you don't have that many extenders, you send Doyon. Not much. Just negates once you have the Link 6. And that's all the Adonissus monsters. Next you got a hand traps. 3 Ash. It actually came up a lot for me. When I was playing the tier Naturia, because I do play a lot of spells, so I need to resolve my spells. But he had the Naturia beast that negates spells, and I needed his what was it? I needed the field spell to resolve. If not, I was gonna lose that game. So he activated Naturia. I ashed it because you can't send to grave, and I was able to continue playing and win the game. So, and you also ash a few other things as well, but it came up a lot today. And then Diddy Crow for the tiers, and it came up a lot. Like the Dark Magician, he was about to summon that Quinton Magician or whatnot, and I was like, nah. I Diddy Crow the Dark Magicians, a Dark Magician and a Dark Magician girl out of his graveyard. And of course the tier came up a lot. And Ghost Bell. It came up against, of course, tier, and also when people would try to bestial my cards or Called by the Grave, or even Diddy Crow. I don't think it works on Diddy Crow. I didn't do it on Diddy Crow, but on bestials and Called by, you just Ghost Bell that. Came up a lot. Since a lot of people in my logos are playing bestials. And I played Gamma. I didn't really use it a lot. I think I only used it once on the tier limit. Oh no. It won me one of the games with a Sword Soul as well. He tried to use Longyon, and I had an imperm already. So I did this, the Longyon, and then when he summoned the Moye, I impermed that, and then next turn I just went for the kill. And the traps, imperm, negate. And I played quite a few hand trap lineup. Let's see how many hand traps I played. It's quite a few. There's a big old stack. I guess you could call this a hand trap as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I played 16 hand traps. So usually I always end up with 2 hand traps each starting hand. Ironically enough, I always ended up with the same 2 hand traps. I always ended up with 2 DD Crows, 2 Ghost Bells. Every now and then you get a mixture, but oddly enough, it'd be the 2 of the same. And the card that gets everything going, you don't really need Terraform. There's like the Pikachus, and this really easy to get get your hands on this. But you can play Terraforming if you want. Special summon once each attribute, and then if it's in the grave, you banish one, set it. Unless they banish it, you can always bring it back. So it's what makes the deck float. And then we got so many searchers. You got I Meet You. I probably need to get more of the ultra rare. I only pull 1 when I open that. We got the cats over there fighting. But you reveal a 2300 attack Cyber's monster, and you search the same attribute. This whole deck searches each other. Sonic Mining to Cyber's Day, you gotta play it. And then we got Monster Reborn, Fighting Spirit, which is really good. I played 2 because it came up for me a lot when I make the Link 6, and the only way is unaffected by card, and the only way to get around to get rid of that is to attacking it. But if they attack it and you got this engraved, you could banish it or protect it, and then you just pop whatever card that they were using to destroy it, till they were going to beat over it. So I played 2, came up for me a lot, especially against tier. Every time I made that Link 6, they had to do a whole bunch of shit just to try to get over that monster. And then once it did, I banished this, and they were like, fuck. And then next turn, I just pop it and go for the kill. And another Monster Reborn card. This has another effect, but I never used it, never even bothered reading it. But if you, I used it in Master Duel. I banished this, used this, add this back to hand. I never haven't used it at locals. And then Eye Contact. It won me I say 2 out of the 5 games it won me. Draw 3 is an incredible card. Usually when you use that, you win the game. And the last card called by the grave. I played 41 cards in the main deck. Alright, the extra deck. These are my synchros. I can't even read it. Cyber's Quantum Dragon. Before Heasel, you use this. This would be one of your end boards summoning this. Never summoned it. It's there. It has a good effect. When you attack, it banishes. Now that I think about it, I could have used it against one of the tier players. Instead of sending it to the graveyard, I could I think it banishes, just banish it, ain't gotta worry about it. But I never used it. I forgot all about that second effect. But if it's under a link, all the effects, you get the effect, any effect has to hit this one first, or attacks have to go through him first before you can take the link. So usually in the old combo, you make the link 6 and you make this, and before you could deal with that, you have to deal with this. When Pegasus came up every match. Every match I played, this shit came up. We just shuffle shit back into the deck. Especially with tiers, you don't want that shit to activate. You just shuffle that shit back. Every game, this shit came up. And that's all our synchros. And for our link ones, for our links for level 1s, Dark Infant, a must. You gotta play at least 2. And then the last Link one, Linkaribo. It came up against the zombie because he was playing a lot of traps. And I was just gonna go for the kill, but I was like, man, before I attack or do anything, let me link this off. I had Splash update, and then I had an extra monster because I used a reborn card, and I was like, fuck it, let me make the Linkaribo because he still has a set trap in the back, so I wanted to make sure that access code was gonna give me the kill. So I go for this, so you can't activate no traps. It won me that game. 2 Splash Mage, mandatory. I want to say I used both of these damn near every game, every match. It'll come up. Mandatory. You feel me? Cyber's Wicked. It's mandatory for the combo. This is how you search out Baruru. You spend something under it, banish the Cybers, bring Baruru. So much. Update Jammer. Won me a lot of games. Especially if you only had like one card in hand, and if I knew what it was, or if I wasn't too worried about it. Make Splash Mage, make Update Jammer, so access code, boom, boom, tack, next match. Won me a lot of games. Security Dragon never made it. This is if you get, because everything is cyber, so you need a field empty. So if you get nibbed, you summon another cybers, you make this. And it also has the effect to pop off if it's linked. It didn't come up. I never used it. Didn't even summoned it. I got nibbed once. Actually, I got nibbed twice, but I never had like an extender, so I could never make it. Transcode Talker. Transcode, isn't it? Yeah, Transcode Talker. Mandatory in the combo. Bring back and you know, the other effects never used it, but it could come up. Heatzel. One of my favorite cards. He just draw shit on that Source Soul. I drew 3. I made Heatzel, and he hand trapped me like 4 times. He had he had other hand traps in his hand, and I couldn't make my board, but I had enough to make up Heatzel, drew, and I had like 2 imperms. I had 2 DD Crows in hand. And I was able to play with just the Heatzel and ended up winning that match. And I ended up drawing like 7 cards throughout the whole thing. Templar needed, you know, for the combos, mandatory. Access Code Talker. You know, when you want to go for the kill, that's what you make. And one of the best ways to beat tier, you make this Link 6, and the motherfuckers don't know what to do. 6,000 attack, or you can even, if you want to stunt, you use this to make access code and it gains 6,000 attack. I did it to a Dark Edition player, not on purpose. I finally was able to get over. That little spellcaster, I used this, and then I had this in another month, and the Link 3. I had Monster Reborn this, and I already had this, and I kind of just went whoop. Use these 2. Make access code 6,000 attack and attack. I didn't have to do it, but you know, sometimes you just want to stunt. And the side deck, 3 Rageki, 2 Dark Holes, a Lightning Storm. It would have been either 3 Lightning Storms or 3 Dark Holes, but I only got 2 Dark Holes and 1 Lightning Storm. If I had 3 Lightning Storms, I'd probably play 3 Lightning Storms. Silent Graveyard won me most of the games against tier. Cosmic Cyclone. Harpy's Feather Dusters for the back row. And 2 non-fusion area for tier. I put it in both times I played against tier, but I never drew it. But the Silent Graveyard, that shit stick to my hand like glue. But that's it for the deck profile, and I guess I'll do a test hand. Alright, so let's do some. I'll do one test hand. I want this video to be super long.
Like a dawn storm, the hate but still listen. I'm some like a phenom, pure light water. Caught this tape, I could phenom. My block they told Glocks, steady chasing that paper route. Hope is no drought, cause these killers were aired out. Kicking doors, looking for the nearest trap house. Dug low, bullets flying in larger mounts. Wild, wild west, you win if you
Got the
drop
Monster
first.
Reborn,
Soldier
got
closet full of
Pikachu,
RIP shirts. Life's a blessing, but at times shake a feel
got
curse.
Chi-Chi, Silent Mining.
Shit never gets
So
worse.
2 Monster Reborns here, which is good. So a lot of people don't play hand traps. So you got Chi-Chi search. Since you already have Pikachu, you're gonna search out.
At the club with these ones, keep them cheese clapping. Against the odds and the Mexican is still rapping. Every line, every bar.
They try to do it.
Back at it, no breaks till I make it happen.
They link that off.
Keep them cheese clapping. Against the odds and the Mexican is still rapping.
And again, if you're worried about interruption, summon this one first. In effect.
Always wearing masks. Act hard but fragile like a piece of glass.
There's your island.
Cause reality is hard to grasp. Fuck a job making up.
Activate island.
America dream is not what it was advertised.
Yeah.
Keep pushing, real hustling in my bloodline. Life's a bitch, made sense, she never satisfied. Sounds far from the glass like
Hikari.
drops. At the strip with these ones
In
and
effect.
I can't stop. That ass like Will slapping Chris.
Because I already have both Monster Reborn cards. I usually go for one of those because I already have it. I just get I meet you. Even though I got plenty of search cards in my hand. Yeah, Silent Mining, I meet you. So you probably just gonna hold that off for next turn.
The way you come from, dark clouds brewing when I rhyme like a dawn storm. The hate but still listen. I'm some like a phenom, pure light water.
So Cyber's wicked.
My block they told Glocks, steady chasing that paper route. Hope is no drought.
Use the effect, special summon. 1, 2.
Dug low, bullets flying in large amounts. Wild,
You banish.
if he drop first.
And then add the one you summoned first, or add this. And then add your Baruru.
Shit never gets worse. Gas price still going up. It ain't about money, a nigga really ain't showing up. The struggle is real, more problems, so I pull up. Keep a pen in a pen, music turned up. Back at it, no breaks till I make it happen. At the club with these ones, keep them cheese clipping.
You're gonna bring it back, so don't worry about it. We are gonna take advantage of all the effects. Go from transcode. And then use Island, go for Baruru. Effect, send out your negate. Use this one. Effect your transcode. Cyber's wicked. Leave 3. And right here, you will have your Monster Reborn. If you don't have this in hand, like if you didn't get to go to the combo and you not get Doya, you just use your Monster Reborn card. But since we normal summon, we can special summon it now. You special summon it away from here. You link off. And make her second infant. Effect. Make it divine. Special summon 3. I'm gonna move it closer so you can see in the camera. And with these two, they win Pegasus. And then since you have the both Monster Reborns, you could special summon 2 and make a Link 6. I mean a 6,000 arrival. If you're playing tier, I'll do that, but just for the combo's sake, I don't know why I'm shuffling like I'm in the actual match. Which is from here. At the club with these ones, keep them cheeks clapping. Against the odds and the Mexican is still rapping. Every line, every make you Link 6. Is at 4,000. Before COVID, people always wearing masks. Activate both. Like a piece of glass. Couple drinks, cause reality is hard to grasp. Fuck a job, make enough. Oh yeah, I forgot something. When you would have linked off, when you synchro, you bring back the one you summoned, so this will already be on field. Sands fall from the glass like some raindrops at the strip with these ones, and I can't stop. That ass like Will slapping Chris is a must watch. It's not always. But just for the purpose of the video, be careful who you call friends. It's true what they say. The devil is always watching, manipulating, infiltrating. Make splash. And then the effect. Effect of Doyon, since you got Link. I'll bring this one because it's a quick effect for the next turn. And then effect. Doesn't matter. Make Heatzel. Use the effect, draw a card, Ash. That's why this one's so good on this deck, because you have to play so many hand traps. You're most likely to draw one. And then since you have the extra, you make that to the Lingo Rebo. And then on his turn, you activate again like Diddy Crow. Ended up drawing Ash and Diddy Crow. That's why this shit is so fucking deadly. And then you could extend even more, but ain't much you can do. So you got follow up, and you got interruptions. So you ended up with 2 interruptions, 3 interruptions on board, 5 interruptions in total. Yeah, that was a test hand. That's instant for you. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow. And also follow me on Twitch at romangamesss to watch some Master Duel live. I also play in this.